Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in the previous classes, what did we learn? We have learned or we have discussed the multiple choice questions from the chapter measurement. From which to which question we have already discussed, from question number 1 to question number 30. In the previous classes, we have already discussed from question number 1 to question number 30. So today we are going to start from question number 31. Write true or false. Here, can you see this image, children? Now this is our Tintin. Here is our Tintin and this is our treasure island. Now Tintin wants to go from here till the treasure island, and this is the map of how he can go. Understood? This is the map of how he can reach to treasure island, and apart from treasure island, what other islands are available there. So this is our map. By studying this map, we have to answer these questions. We have to write which are true and which are false. If you look at statement 1, Mystery Island is nearest to Tintin's ship. Mystery Island, where is Mystery Island here? This is Mystery Island. They are saying that Mystery Island is the nearest to the Tintin's ship. Is this correct, children? Yes, see, when we compare all other islands, Mystery Island is the nearest. So statement 1 is true. Coming to statement 2, Blood Island is the farthest to the Tintin's ship. Blood Island is the farthest. Farthest means which is the most far away island. Is this correct, children? No. Treasure Island is the farthest. Blood Island is not the farthest one. So statement 2 is false. Next, statement 3. Skull Island is nearer than Nature's Love Island to Tintin's ship. So what are the two islands that we are talking about? Here we are talking about Skull Island and Nature's Love Island. Now which is nearer, children? This is our Tintin's ship, right? Now from looking at the distance, tell me which one is nearer. Is it the Skull Island or the Nature's Island? Skull Island is nearer. Yes, this is of shorter distance. So that is why Skull Island is nearer. What is the sentence here also? It is saying that Skull Island is nearer than Nature's Love Island to Tintin's ship. So statement 3 is true. Now coming to statement 4, Treasure Island is nearer than Blood Island. Treasure Island is nearer than Blood Island. Again, children, if you observe which one is nearer when we compare Treasure Island and Blood Island to the Tintin's ship, which is nearer? Blood Island is nearer. But what are they saying? They are saying that it is said that Treasure Island is nearer. So will the statement be true or false? The statement will be false. Yes, Treasure Island is not nearer than it is not nearer than Blood Island. So statement 4 is false. So this is our order of the answer. What is this? True, false, true, false. Option A, true, false, true, false. Statement 1 and statement 3 are true. Statement 2 and statement 4 are false. I hope this is clear, children. Question number 31. Now based on the same map, that is the route of Tintin's ship to Treasure Island, we are having another question. Now from the following statements, we have to find out the statement that is incorrect. We are having 4 statements, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have to find out that one statement that is false here. First one, Tintin is nearer to Skull Island than Nature's Love Island. Again, Skull Island, Nature's Love Island. Tintin is nearer to which one? Tintin is nearer to Skull Island. Yes, this is correct. Tintin is nearer to Skull Island. Next, Tintin is farther to Blood Island than Skull Island. Now what are we comparing here? Skull Island and the Blood Island. Now Tintin is farther or far away from which one? Tintin is farther to Blood Island. And the statement here also says the same. Tintin is farther to Blood Island. So statement 2 is also correct. Now statement 3. Tintin is farther to Nature's Love Island than Treasure Island. Now what are we talking about? Treasure Island and Nature's Love Island. Now Tintin is farther to which one? Far away from Treasure Island. What is the statement here? Here the statement says that Tintin is farther to Nature's Love Island. Is this correct? See, Tintin is farther to Treasure Island but not to Nature's Love Island. So our statement 3 is the wrong statement. Option B, statement 3 is the incorrect statement. Is this clear, children? And the last one, Tintin is nearest to Mystery Island. Yes, this is also true. So our correct answer for question number 32 is option B, that is third statement. Let us erase yes. Now coming to question number 33. Choose the correct option from the following. 1 meter has dash centimeter. We've already learned about this meters and centimeters in the starting class itself. Yes, with the measurement of length and distance. So 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters, children? 100 centimeters. Yes. So 1 meter has 100 centimeters. Option D becomes our correct answer. Next question number 34. 1 decimeter is equal to dash meters, dash centimeters. Now this is a little bit new term for you. Yes, in meters what did we learn? We learnt about kilometers, meters and centimeters. Now we are having a new term called as decimeters. D for deci, M for meter. Yes, decimeters come below centimeters. That means they are even smaller units of measure than centimeters. And what is the relationship means? 1 decimeter is equal to 10 centimeters. Is this clear, children? 1 decimeter is equal to 10 centimeters. So 1 decimeter has 10 centimeters. Option A becomes our correct answer. Next question 35. Munna wants to arrange the following objects from lightest to heaviest. Look at the objects given below and arrange them from lightest to heaviest. What are we going to arrange? We are having A, B, C, D, 4 objects, and we have to arrange them according to their weights from lightest to the heaviest. Lightest means which is having the least weight, which can be lifted or held easily. Which is the one light with the lightest weight here? Option A is a mug. Option B is wardrobe. What is this wardrobe? Wardrobe, or you can also call it as almirah, where we store all our clothes. Next, this diagram C is a suitcase. In suitcase we store only some clothes. Yes, children, we use it while traveling. Now coming to D, we have a light bulb. Now which is the lightest among these? Yes, light bulb. Bulb is the lightest. It is not heavy at all. So D becomes the first one. Let me write 1 here. Bulb is the lightest. Now in the next 3 objects, which is the lightest one? Is it mug, the wardrobe or suitcase? Yes, it is mug. Next lighter object is mug. Now coming to wardrobe and suitcase, both are used for clothes only. But if you observe or if you think logically, in wardrobe or almirah we have all our clothes. We have many clothes dumped in it. But in a suitcase we can store only limited number of clothes. Say 4 pairs or 5 pairs. Yes, in a wardrobe I can even keep my 50 clothes, but in suitcase I can keep only 5 to 6 clothes. Now tell me which is the lighter one here? Suitcase is the lighter one. Yes, so suitcase becomes number 3, and the last or the heaviest one is the wardrobe here, that is number 4. So this is the pattern. What is it? First D, A, C, B. That is nothing but option D, DACB, bulb, mug, suitcase and almirah. I hope this is clear. Question number 35. Next question number 36. Aditi had 1 kg of cherries. After she gave some to Namita, she still has 380 grams left. Now, how heavy were the cherries that Aditi gave to Namita? What are they saying? First, Aditi had 1 kg. From that, she gave some to Namita. When I give something to someone, will the quantity be reduced? Will the quantity I have reduce or will it increase? Will the quantity decrease or increase? It will decrease. We are giving away. That means we have to subtract. As we don't know how much cherries or what quantity of cherries she has given, we are writing x. 1 kg minus x is equal to, after giving away some, how much was she left with? She was left with 380 grams. Now we have to find our x. 1 kg minus she gave something, and after giving she is left with 380 grams. Now this we are having one, what are we having here, children? We are having the minuend and the difference. We need to find out the subtrahend. Do you remember from the chapter addition and subtraction? Yes, we are having the minuend and the difference. We need to find out the subtrahend. Subtrahend is equal to how much? Minuend minus the difference. 1 kg minus 380 grams. Now if you look at these, one is in kgs and the other is in grams, so it is not possible for us to subtract these two. That is why we'll convert these kilograms into grams. As we all know, 1 kg is equal to how many grams, children? Yes, 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. So instead of 1 kg, I am writing 1000 grams minus 380 grams. Now these two are in terms of grams, so we can subtract 1000 minus 380. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 8 not possible, borrowing. 10 minus 8, 9. Sorry, 10 minus 8, 2. 9 minus 3, 6 and 0. What is left with? We are left with 620 grams. So what is this 620 grams? It is our x. Nothing but how much quantity of cherries did our Anita give away? 600 and Aditi gave away 620 grams. Option C. Is this clear, children? We have to apply the logic, understand the question and apply the logic. First she had 1 kg, she gave away some, she is left with 380. So this sum that she has given away, we can find out by subtracting the minuend and the difference. 1 kg minus 380 grams is equal to 620 grams. Coming to question 37. Vicky's mom bought 18 kgs of rice, while Jiggy and Billy's mom bought 14 kg and 21 kg of rice respectively. What is the total weight of rice that was bought? It's a very simple question, right, children? We are having three moms here. One is Vicky's, Jiggy's and Billy's mom. Now these three people have bought rice. Yes, all the three have bought rice, but in different quantities. One bought 18, one bought 14 and then the other bought 21 kilograms. Now what will be the total weight of the rice? How to find out the total? Yes, total means addition. So 18 plus 14 plus 21. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 1, 13. 1 carried. 3 plus 2, 5. 53 kgs. Yes, the measurements are given in kgs. So we are writing kgs here. Understood, children? What is the total weight? The total weight is 53 kgs. That is option D. Coming to question 38. A tube of Colgate toothpaste weighed 180 grams. Now Bilu's mother bought 7 tubes. Now how many kilograms of the tubes of Colgate toothpaste weighed in total? What are they saying? Tube of Colgate toothpaste. Tube means we use toothpaste, right? The toothpaste normally comes in like this, a packet, a type of a packet. This is called as the tube here. Yes. Now the weight of one tube is 180 grams. The weight of one tube is 180 grams. And what did our Bilu's mother do? She bought 7 such tubes. One tube is equal to 180 grams. Our Bilu's mom bought 7 tubes. Now what will be the weight of these 7 tubes of toothpaste, children? Yes, we need to multiply 180 multiplied by the number of tubes, that is 7. The number of tubes, that is 7. Understood? 180 into 7. 7 zeros are 0. 7 eights are 56. 5 carried. 7 ones are 7 plus 5, 12. Understood, children? 1260. And what is the measurement unit? That is grams. In the question, the weight of one tube was given in grams. So even in the solution, we'll measure it in or represent it in grams. 1260 grams. That is nothing but 1 kg and 260 grams. When we convert the grams into kilograms, we get 1 kg 260 grams. 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. Yes or no? Yes. Coming to question 39. Chimpu wants to know the weight of some things. He made a list of objects and a list of weights. Match the objects in list 1 and their weight in list 2 to help Chimpu find their weight. What are they saying here? Our Chimpu wants to find out the weight of these 4 things, and he has also made a list showing different units, different measurements. Now we have to match these objects to the measurements. Now these need not be the exact answers, children, but the nearest answer. Okay. Coming to a blue whale. A blue whale is a very big aquatic animal. Have you ever seen a blue whale? If not, you can Google. What can you Google? You can Google blue whale and see its pictures. It's a very big sea animal. Now what can be the weight of this blue whale? The weight of this blue whale would be 3, that is around 1000 kgs. A blue whale will be very big and very heavy. So the weight would be around 1000 kgs. Now coming to be cow. Now cow, here we are left with 200 grams, 200 kilograms, 10 kilograms and 100 grams. Now which one of these can be the weight of cow? That would be 200 kilograms approximate. Again, children, it depends on the size of the cow. Okay, if it is big, it would be 200 kilograms. If it is small, it might be lesser than 200 kilograms. But from the given options, we have to choose the most appropriate one. Next, coming to apple. Apple would be 10 kgs or 100 grams. Apple would be around 100 grams. So 4. Now wheat, the only one left is 10 kgs. So wheat flour, we combine it with, match it with 10 kgs. So what is the code of our answer? A is 3, B is 1, C is, what is apple? Apple is 4, D is 2. 3, 1, 4, 2. Do we have in the options? Yes, option B. 3, 1, 4, 2. Option B is our correct answer. Clear, children? Now coming to level 2. Question number 40. Amit drinks 16 glasses of water in a day. If he drinks the same amount of water every day, How much does he drink in 2 days? This is the very simple question again. What does our Amit do? In 1 day, he drinks 16 glasses of water. So, 1 day, he drinks 16 glasses of water. So, in 2 days, how many glasses of water will he drink? How to find out? 1 day, 16 glasses. So, today will be how much, children? 2 days would be 16 into 2, the number of glasses in 1 day, into 2, that is the number of days. So 16 into 2 is equal to 32 glasses. Is equal to 32 glasses. Our Amit here has or drinks 32 glasses in 2 days. Glasses of water, option C. 32 is the correct answer. Next question, 41. Which of these shows the same time as the clock shows? Now if you look at the clock, the small hand is at 12. That means hours. Small hand is called as hours hand. That means it's 12 hours. Now coming to the minutes, minutes is somewhere between 2 and 3. Minutes is somewhere between 2 and 3. While calculating minutes, what should we do? We should multiply the number by 5. 2 into 5, 10. 3 into 5, 15. So that means the minutes are between 10 minutes and 15 minutes. Hours are 12. So 12 around between 10 and 15 means it would be 13. So the time that is shown in the clock is 12:13. If you look at the options, it is option D. Yes, children. See, the short hand is called as the hours hand. It is at 12 o'clock, so we say 12 hours. And the long hand is called as the minutes hand. And when we are calculating the minutes, we have to multiply the numbers by 5. 2 into 5, 10. 5 into 3, 15. It is in middle of 10 and 15. So the middle of 10 and 15 is 13. So 12:13 is the time, that is option D. Question 42. Which thermometer shows 88 degrees F? F means Fahrenheit, children. Fahrenheit is used for measuring temperature. Okay, just as we have learned, for measuring length we have meters, kilometers. For measuring the weight or mass we have grams and kilograms. In the same way, for measuring temperature we have two, that is F and C. F is Fahrenheit and C is Celsius. You will learn more about it in the further classes, but for now remember that F is Fahrenheit and C is Celsius. These are used to measure temperature. Now which shows 88 Fahrenheit? 88 means it is between 80 and 90. It should be above 80. Yes, here we are having 80, it is above 80. Yes, this is our 88. See, this is just above 70. So it would be around 72. Here this would be around 66. This would be around 78. But we want 88, that is above 80. See, 80, and after that we are having 4 lines, right? So this would be 82, 84, 86 and 88. So near the fourth line it is 88 degrees. So option A becomes our correct answer. Question 43. Milk plus milk plus milk is equal to 900 ml. Then milk is equal to. So in the question we are having milk plus milk plus milk. So when we add these three milks together, we'll have 3 milk. Yes or no, children? See, orange plus orange plus orange is equal to 3 oranges. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. In the same way, a milk plus milk plus milk is equal to 3 milk. 3 milk is equal to how much? 900 ml. Then only milk will be equal to, how to find out? The total ml divided by the number of milk. 900 divided by 3, that is nothing but 300 ml. The unit given in the question was ml. So even in the answer we have written ml. So 1 milk is equal to 300 ml, that is option B. Is this clear? Question 44. Which is the closest to the temperature shown on this thermometer? Again, here this is above 60. So 60. After that we are having the first, let me show you clearly. Okay. See, this this big line is 60. You are having small lines, right? The first one is 62. The next one is 64, 66, 68. Okay, children? Plus 2. Keep on adding 2 for each line. 62, 64, 66, 68. Now, where is this temperature stopped? It stopped at line 2, that is 64. See, what is this? This is 62, this is 64. So the line stopped here, that is nothing but the temperature is 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Exactly, it is 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And it is closest to what? Is it closest to 69, 60, 58 or 65? Which is it closest to, children? Yes, it is closest to option D, 65 degrees. 64 is closest to 65. So option D becomes our correct answer. And excuse me. And coming to the last question for today, each, say, container, let us call it as container. Each container can hold 1 liter. Then what is the continuation? The kettle can hold. We want to find out the capacity of the kettle. How much can it hold? Now it can hold 2 jugs. It can hold 2 jugs. But again, if you see, 1 jug can hold 3 containers. 3 containers. Now what is the capacity of these containers? It is 1 liter each. So 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3 liters. What is this 3 liters? It is the capacity of 1 jug. The capacity of 1 jug is 3 liters. But what should we find out actually? Should we find out the capacity of jug? No. The capacity of jug is 3 liters. We want to find out the capacity of kettle. Now for kettle we are having 3 jugs. So this 2 jugs. This is 3 liter and again 3 liter. So what will be the total capacity of the kettle? 3 liters plus 3 liters, that is equal to 6 liters. The capacity of kettle is equal to 6 liters. Let us look at the options. Do we have 6 liters? Yes. So kettle can hold 6 liters in it. Is this clear, children? With this, we've come to the end of today's class. We'll continue with the multiple choice questions from the chapter measurement even in the next class. I hope today's class was clear.